Hello everyone and welcome to Flow with Shenae. This is your morning Pilates flow class. It's a full body workout, a really lovely way to energize your body and start your day. Let's start standing at the top end of your mat. Feet are hip width apart. Grow tall and take a deep breath in. Reach your arms up towards the ceiling. And then as you exhale, you forward fold over your thighs. Hands rest down towards the mat. Knees are soft. Keep your head a little shake and a little nod if you like, just decompressing through your spine. Relaxing through the neck. On your next breath, start to stack your spine bone by bone. Unravel all the way up to standing. Inhale, reach your arms back up. Lengthen the body and then exhale as you open the arms and forward fold again. Resting down towards the mat with your hands. Again, your knees are soft. You may want to start to extend the legs straight and then soften the knees again. Lengthening the legs and then softening your knees. Let's now soften our knees, plant your hands down to the mat and take a big step back with your left foot into a long lunge position. Taking a breath here as you bring the pelvis forward. And then as you exhale, extending the right leg, send your hips up and forward fold over your thigh. Inhale, bend back into your lunge. And exhale, forward fold, extend the legs. And now let's lower into the lunge and stay. Planting the hands again down to the mat and stepping your right foot back to come into a plank. Shoulders forward over your wrists, tighten through your waist. Let's take a breath here. And now send your hips up into downward facing dog. Grounding through the palms of your hands, really pressing away from the mat. Take your gaze forward and start to ripple forward, bringing that right knee into your chest and then planting the right foot back down. Once again, right foot forward. Inhale, reach your right arm up to the ceiling. Take your gaze with your thumb. Then as you exhale, thread that arm under and through. Inhale, reach back up to the ceiling. And then exhale, thread underneath the left underarm. Plant your right hand back down. And then step the left foot forward and we're in our forward fold. Taking a breath here. Then start to stack your spine bone by bone. Inhale, reach your arms back up to the ceiling and then exhale, forward fold once again. Let's now step our right foot back. High lunge position with your hands down on the mat. Let's send our hips up, forward fold over your left thigh. Inhale, bend back into your lunge. One more, exhale. Forward fold. Coming back into our lunge, planting the hands down and then stepping our left foot back into our high plank once again. Taking a breath here. Elbows are soft. Draw your navel in towards your spine. Sending your hips up towards the ceiling into your downward facing dog. Let's start to ripple forward, placing the left foot down again on the mat in your lunge. Inhale, reach the left arm up to the ceiling. Exhale, thread under and through. Inhale, reach up, take your gaze with the thumb. Exhale as you thread. Plant the hand down. Take that big step back once again into downward facing dog now. Pedal out the heels here, just let your hips sway from side to side. Gentle little sway, do what feels good for the body. You may prefer just to have your heels dropping down to the mat or you may want to pedal them out. Again, grounding through the palms of the hands. And now let's bend the knees and bring them down to the mat. 4-point kneeling position. Draw your navel in towards your spine, extending your right leg back behind you and lifting it up to the ceiling. From here, we round through the spine, bringing that right knee in towards our nose, and then lengthen it back out long. Exhale, rounding the spine, and then inhale, lengthen. Aiming to get your knee to come close in towards your nose as you round through the spine. So really aiming to get that full flexion. Drawing the navel in and up towards your spine, use your breath here, getting into your abdominal muscles. As you lengthen the leg back out long, wrap and squeeze through the right glute. 4, 3, 2. Last one, let's lengthen it out long and hold. Now we bend the knee in. We're taking our right knee to our right elbow. Side crunch, and then kick that foot back up to the ceiling, come through center. Side crunch, and then come through center. So we're working into our right obliques here. So I really want you to squeeze into the side of the waist. And then as you kick back through center, give your right glute a squeeze. Still really drawing the belly in, pull your abdominals in. Again, the breath is going to help you here, guys, so let's really use it today. Exhale, pull in. Again, try and get the knee all the way into your elbow or as close as you can get. Last one, come back through center. We're doing donkey kick pulses. Lower the knee halfway down and then kick back up. Halfway down, squeeze back up. Really wrapping and squeezing into our right glute. Aim to not sink into the left hip. On your next one, we add a push-up. 1 push-up and then 1 pulse in the donkey kick. Let's repeat. 1 push-up, then 1 donkey kick pulse. So we're working into that right glute, getting the upper body more involved now. Inhale down, exhale, press. Then squeeze up through the right glute. On your next one, we just pulse with the donkey kick. Lift, lift. Keep pressing out of your shoulders. Squeeze into the right glute. You can do it. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one. Hold the leg up. We just push up now. Into our push-ups, down and press. Inhale, lower. Exhale, press. Just 2 more. Last one. Press up. Hold back to those pulses. Let's go. Squeeze up. Up. You can do it. Keep lifting through your glute. You've got 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And now keep it up. We're bringing that right foot forward so we are in a low lunge position. Stabilize there and bring your hands into prayer. Tuck your back toes and hover the back knee off the ground. Hinging forward as you straighten the back leg. And then bend back into your 90-90 lunge. Let's go again. Hinging forward. And then bending back down. Body comes upright. Let's add in our arms, sweeping back behind us as we hinge forward. Then hands to prayer as you lower into lunge. As we do this movement, we're keeping our right knee bent the whole time. So we get lower into the lunge. As we extend the back leg, your right knee will still stay bent as you lift. Really firing into our right glute. Making sure your right knee tracks over second and third toe. Don't let the knee start to buckle. Let's begin to add in a pulse to your lunge. 1 pulse, then drive back up. We pulse down in the lunge and then drive back up. Right glute really firing, push through the burn. On your next one, we're going to add on again. This time, let's lift the back leg off the mat as you hinge forward. Stabilizing in our right side, finding balance and stability. Lunge, pulse, and then lift the back leg. Go as slow as you need to here to keep the control and your balance. Doing really well, guys. Push through. For 3, for 2, last one. Let's lower into our lunge and pulse. Down, down for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hinge forward, back leg is straight. Arms are by our sides and we pulse. Pulsing the back of the arms up to the ceiling. Now, as an add-on, can you float that back left leg off the mat? Finding your stability. Drilling our right heel down. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then come to standing. Bring that left foot in. Shake it out if you need. Turn yourself around. Let's take a roll down, reaching your arms up to the ceiling. Nice deep breath in. And then open the arms, forward fold. Walking the hands out in front. Downward facing dog. When you get there, take this little moment to pedal out the heels once again. Do what feels good. That right side probably needs an extra little stretch out. And now let's rise on up to the tippy toes, bend the knees, and come into your 4-point kneel position. Shoulders are forward over your wrists, knees are under hips, extending our left leg out long. Let's lift the leg. We're going to round through the spine, knee to nose, and then extend it out long. Draw the belly button in towards your spine, so really pull your abdominals in, rounding your spine, rounding through the upper back. Use your breath as we go along here, so remember to always use your breath to recruit those deep core muscles. Exhale, bring the knee all the way in towards your nose, as close as you can get. As you lengthen the leg back out, squeeze into your glute. 3, 2, last one, lengthen it out. Now bend the knee in. We're bringing our left knee to our left elbow now, then kicking it back to center. Knee to elbow, then come through center, keeping your left knee lifted as you come through center, squeezing into your glute. Again, aim to get the knee as close to your elbow as you can, getting into your obliques, all down the side of your waist. And then squeeze into the glute as you come through center. 3, 2, last one, come through center, pulsing that left knee up, coming halfway down with the knee, then lifting, squeeze into the glute. In 2 more, we add our push-up. Last one, let's add it on. 1 push-up, 1 donkey kick pulse, squeeze up, down and press, and then pulse. 3, 2, Last one. And now let's just pulse it up. So this time we keep it lifted that little bit higher, just pulsing up, up. Squeezing into the left glute. You can do it. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Let's now keep it lifted and push-ups. Added back in, down and press. Just for 3 more. 2. Last one, press it up, back to those pulses, finish it strong, lift, lift, squeeze. Keep really lifting through your glute. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it at the top. Left foot comes forward, we plant it down onto the mat. Low lunge position. Let's lift our hands off the mat, bring your hands to prayer. Tuck your back toes under and hover your back knee off the mat. Hinging forward, extend your back leg and then bend back into lunge. Let's repeat. You extend the back leg, you hinge forward. As you bend the back knee, your body comes upright. Remember that left knee stays bent, so we're not extending the left leg all the way. We're going to really fire into our left glute here. Let's add in our arms sweeping back by our sides as we lift, and then as we lower down, we bring the hands to prayer. Really squeeze into the back of your arms as you press those arms back behind the body. Left knee stays tracking over the middle toes. You want to keep an eye on your knee alignment. So always making sure your knees are tracking over the middle toes and not buckling in. Aiming to get your back knee as low as you can to the mat. Let's add in our first layer to this. So we pulse down in our lunge and then sweep those arms back, hinge forward, and then pulse down again. Left glute starting to sizzle, push through that deep burn. Take your time with this movement, there's no hurry. Let's begin our second layer, floating your right foot off the mat and then dropping it back down as you lunge and pulse. Kick that right leg up to the ceiling and then lunge and pulse. So this is still a really controlled movement. So you sweep the leg back and up, finding stability and balance, and then control it as you slowly bring it down to the mat and pulse. For 2. Now last one, lower into our lunge, let's just pulse down. Your body stays upright. We get our back knee as low as we can. 4, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one, hinge forward, back leg straightens. We're going to pulse the back of the arms back behind us now, little pulses. And if you did it on the other side, let's start to float your right foot off the mat. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then slowly bring that foot down, shake it out, come to standing. Let's turn ourselves around. Reach your arms up to the ceiling. This time just interlock the fingers, palms to the ceiling. Take a big side stretch over to the right. And then grow tall, come through center and go over to the left. Stretching out down the side body. As you come through center, forward fold for the last time. walking out into downward facing dog. Once you're in your downward facing dog, you can pedal out the heels once again. That left side may need that extra stretch. Just allow the hips to gently sway from side to side. And then bend the knees coming down into bear pose. We have a knee hover. Then send your hips back up, downward facing dog. You rise up onto the tippy toes, bend the knees, come into your hover, and then send your hips up, dropping the heels down to the mat. Elbows stay soft here, really pressing out of your shoulders. Tighten through your waist as you come down into your bear pose. Just 2 more. On your last one, hold your bear pose. Really tightening through your waist. Breathing through the movement. You have 3, 2, adding rotation. Turn your knees to one side, back through center, then the other. Alternating from side to side. You turn your hips to face one way and then come through center. Again, working into the sides of the waist. You have 4, 3, 2, last one. Come through center, send those hips up, downward facing dog. Shuffle your feet slightly further back as we're coming into a plank position now. So let's ripple forward into high plank. You then lower down to your forearms and tap one knee gently down to the mat. Then we alternate 1 knee taps at a time. Pressing out of your shoulders. Draw the belly in tight. You just have 4, 3, 2, last one, take it to a double knee tap now. Both knees tap down and lift. You are almost there. 6, 5, last 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold the plank and then very slowly and gently lower your hips down to the mat. Half up dog here. We're pressing out of our shoulders, lifting our chest, and then resting all the way down to the mat. And now if it's comfortable for you, let's press up onto our hands and come into our cobra, lifting out of your shoulders. And now slowly bring yourself back down to the mat. Let's engage through our glutes. Press your pelvis down into the mat. Your arms are out by your sides. Lifting our chest. And now let's lift our elbows off the mat. Squeeze your elbows into the side body and then reach them out overhead. Draw the elbows into the sides of the waist and then reach your arms out to a Y. So we're squeezing into our lats, those big muscles down your back as we pull the elbows in. You're drawing your navel into your spine still, so I want you to pull your abs in and away from the mat as you're lifting your chest. Now as you pull your elbows into the waist, let's lift the legs off the ground as well. So you pull in, lift the thighs, and then lower them back down, reach to a Y. If that feels too much, you can keep the legs down, but that is an added challenge here as you squeeze into the side body, lift the legs. As an added challenge now, can you keep your legs lifted as you just reach those arms and then squeeze them back in, aiming to keep the knees and the thighs lifting off the mat. You have 3, 2, last one. Reach your arms out and hold that pose, staying lifted with the chest and the legs if you can for 3, 2, 1, and then rest down. Well done, guys. Bend the knees in, rest the forehead down, and just windscreen wiper your legs from side to side, releasing out through your lumbar spine. When you're ready, prop yourself up into a 4-point kneel position. Shoulders forward over wrists, knees under hips, taking a cat stretch. Inhale, take your gaze forward. Drop your belly and then exhale, round through your spine. Look to your pelvis. Inhale, taking the gaze forward, stretching out the front line. And then exhale, round through your spine, round through the upper back as you press away from the mat. 2 more. Take 1 more here, really releasing out through the spine. And now gently take a seat back to your heels. Interlock your fingers behind you and just open up through the chest and your shoulders. Take a deep breath in and then exhale, forward fold over your thighs, reach the hands to the ceiling. You can rest your forehead down to the mat. Inhale, lift the chest and reach your arms up to the ceiling and interlock the fingers once again, palms up to the ceiling. Shrug your shoulders all the way up around the ears, then rest them down. 1 more. Inhale, shrug, and exhale, release them down. Open your arms and give yourself a well-deserved shoulder roll. Well done today, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll see you next time.